Hello minasan, Hikima Brikates, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Say Goodbye to Your Bolts, and it's by the developer blueROSE404 that you may remember from another game I played, You're My Favorite Plushie. Let's start a new game. There's a warning on the stereo page of this game that tells me to save constantly, so you will see me saving often, in case the game crashes or something. This is a work of fiction. Everything mentioned in the story is either a product of author's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Resemblance to actual counterparts is coincidental. The work also contains scenes with gore, blood, violence, strong language, and genital mutilation. Well, from the title, I expected as much. So if you guys don't want to see any of that, this is your time to live. The audience is advised. You can also press X to save and Q to quit the game. Icons will appear to indicate when these two options are available. Like this. Got it. I'm gonna up the volume of the game a little bit. So for example, I can save right now. Okay. From time to time, you need a moment to relax. It's only fair to enjoy a reward after enduring the stress of everyday life. Some people prefer to unwind in the safety of their own home, while others take comfort in the outside world. That said, I hope you're not one of the former. I plan a visit to a special place today, and I'd be glad to have your company on the trip. No, but I don't want to go outside. The parking lot? After a grueling journey, we finally arrive at our destination. I know you're tired, but you feel better soon. It's hot outside, but fresh breeze makes being here a bit more pleasant. Welcome to Hotel Caputo, by the way. I hope you... Caputo? I don't know. I hope you enjoy the view of the sea in the distance. We're going to be staying here for a while. Before the sunburn sets in, we head inside the hotel. Everything is very red. Ooh. Within the cold walls of the building, a receptionist welcomes us with enthusiasm. That doesn't seem too enthusiastic. The kind of insanity you expect from someone suffering a muscular strain. But sometimes a few must stay stressed so that others can't relax. And it's always the people that don't have money the ones that have to be stressed. Sadly, that's just how things are. As we keep our company, the first guests begin to arrive. Well, they all look like douchebags. That isn't promising for her. The last time a group like that booked a room, they made quite a mess during the night. But we have idiot, pretentious douchebag, and regular douchebag. Lucio. Hello, miss. We are here for the room I booked a few weeks ago. It's Mrs. Pardon? Mrs. I'm the owner's wife. Oh, I see. Well, could get the key to a room. Sure, could you give me the name of the booking first? About again, the trip fried my brain a little. I booked under the name Buonfliggio. We're staying for a few days. Sounds Italian. The hotel also sounds Italian, I guess. By a few days, he means April 30 to May 4th. Thank you for the clarification. Ignore the awkwardness of the exchange. The receptionist checks the booking on the computer. Room for 3, Buonfliggio, April 30 to May 4th. Everything was paid online. Could you show me the receipt? She pulls out his phone and shows her the detailed receipt. Okay. Checks computer. Okay. I don't know how often do I have to save, so I'm just going to be saving a lot. Apologies for that. She hands him the key, one hand resting on the upper back. Room 24, second floor. Will you be dining here as well? No, I didn't pay extra. You can double check on the computer if you want. Okay. Have a nice day. All three whisper the same, then head towards the stairs. A chorus of grumbling follows them as they climb to the floor. You can guess what they are complaining about. Just like the receptionist, but to be honest, she doesn't care much. Knowing the payment went through is more than enough for her. Before she even realizes it, more people appear at her desk. This time it's just a normal couple. Nothing unusual, but at least not problematic in her book. And that's something she can be sure considering they being regular customers. Giulio, right? Giulio, right? Good morning, Mrs. Mando. You look fantastic as always. How are you doing? Bad, I'm on painkillers. I'm sorry, what happened? Bustle of annoying causes, but mostly I push myself physically more than I should have. Cleo? I don't know. That's awful, don't you have someone who can cover for you? Like your husband? You should be resting right now. The other girls are either on vacation or on sick leave, so I'm stuck with it. Well, that's the benefits of being the... Oh my god! What the fuck? Coming back to you, I assume you have a reservation? Are we not gonna, like, talk about that guy? I'm afraid not, sorry at this point. We decided to spend some time here at the very last minute. That won't be a problem. We still have a few rooms for two available. I'm guessing you'll be eating out? Exactly, we're planning to stay just for today and tomorrow. Good to know, will be the usual price then. You'll pays with his debit card. Once the transaction is complete, the receptionist hands him the key. Okay, but can we like acknowledge that thing behind you? That person behind you, I'm sorry. Room 52, 3rd floor. Thank you very much, I hope you have a nice day. Just promise you won't overwork yourself, okay? No promises, have a good day as well. I love when people say that, like, oh, don't overwork yourself, like, do you think they have a choice? They don't. While the couple heads up the stairs, the weird man finally approaches the desk. Unlike Leo, Mrs. Mando isn't particularly bothered by his appearance. She has seen uglier people in her lifetime, and this guy doesn't even come close to the worst. Damn. Well, what does stand out though, it's a pleasant stench coming from him. Even by her standards, that's weird. It's an ugly bastard. Jeez. Just looking at him, I feel like he's going to NTR me. Good morning. Oh yes, good morning to you too. Something like that would be. Well, do you mind giving me my room? Please? I don't want to upset you, I really don't. Maybe he's a nice guy, but it's just hideous, right? Sure, did you book it? Nah, I think I'm just taking one now. Only for one night though. I don't think my business will take longer than that. What kind of business? I see, do you have planned to eat here as well? Nah. I'm more of a self-service kind of guy. Oh. No. Is something wrong? Well, SKG. The fuck does that mean? How can I put this? Are you sweating? Knees heavy? I'm a bit afraid of female humans. Especially that little delicate contour of theirs. That's why I'm wearing this protective cloak. What the fuck is happening, Googles? You have no idea how fast my heart is racing right now. What the fuck? Like, bro, what? Is that supposed to be funny? I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Can we proceed with the payment process, please? Sure. After he pays in cash, he hands him the key to room 11 and... Very good. Thank you very much. Have a good day. You too. This was definitely a great start of her workday. We can only imagine how much weirder it might get. One thing's certain, that last guy definitely shady. Maybe don't judge people by their appearances, maybe? She just hopes she won't have to keep an eye on him. Extra stress is the last thing she needs right now. The room wasn't exactly the best, but it was more than enough for Julio and Cleo. As long as it fit their budget, it was good enough. They wanted to save money for the things that really mattered, like going to the beach since access wasn't free, and eating delicious... What do you mean? Oh, you need to... Okay. And eating delicious food at some of the local restaurants. Right now, though, what they craved most was simply collapsing onto the soft bed. Normally, they would unpack and headed out for the walk, but not this time. Drake had worn them out, especially Julio. The moment he lay down, it was obvious he'd be asleep in seconds. Not that it would have lasted long anyway. But who's losing their bolts? Julio? Me? I don't have my bolts anymore. Santa keeps poking his left cheek. What? He turns towards Cleo and sees us holding a banana. Don't poke me with a banana. Sorry. What the heck are you doing? I'm keeping you from falling asleep. If you do, I'll be tempted to sleep too, and I don't want that. We're risking being late for a schedule. Relax. We didn't even hit traffic this time, the beach isn't going anywhere. Let's just poking him with the banana again, like it's a knife. Okay, you can stop. I get the message. Are you planning to poke me with that thing called vacation? That's what you said. Obviously, it's going to straight into my stomach now. I didn't pull it out of the suitcase just to annoy you. Why are you keeping a banana in the suitcase? Can you give me another one then? I'm a bit hungry too. Sure, banana on the way, Captain. I want to eat suitcase banana. It's probably very sweaty. While enjoying their breakfast, they spent the next few minutes chit-chatting. It wasn't obvious on the surface, but it was clear to us. Julie wasn't thrilled to be here. He'd never been a beach lover when it came to vacations. The idea of spending hours under a beach tent doing nothing always felt tiresome to him. That's understandable. Sure, he could read a few books with the meantime, but he would be much prefer a good hike in the mountains. With the bears that can kill you, and the insects that can bite you, and the plants that can poison you. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not a beach lover either, but I prefer the beach. Cleo was the opposite, but Julie was willing to make her happy. He didn't want to disappoint her, especially knowing she'd do the same for him. And like Julia, she actually grown to enjoy hiking over the years. Fortunately, he was still nowhere near liking the beach. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Julia stands up from the bed and heads towards the door. Where are you going? Just gonna grab my bag from the car. Still there with all my stuff inside. I want something to pass the time while you're out there burning under the sun. Did you get a new book this time? Yeah, but I haven't finished it yet. I'll tell you about it, don't worry. Be right back. I wanna leave my wife alone with a weirdo in the premises. From now on, 2 categories of choices will become available. The first is red choices. These involve minor actions like navigating through the area. The second category, yellow choices. They represent major actions that affect the progression of the story. Use up and down and C to confirm the command to make Julia do. And I can save. Go to the second floor. As you reach the second floor, the door to one of the rooms swings open. Out comes the same group of young men with severely lugging a bunch of bags. Just a reminder, it was your choice to come with us, all because you wanted to spend less. And it's another fall we took longer than usual to get here. Are you guys joined by the hip? Sure, but I expect it to be at least a little closer to theirs. I mean, just go with the other group next time. Obviously, if you care that much about their opinion, yeah. Fortunately for Julio, they rush down to the first floor right after. The last thing he wants to hear is a bunch of unpleasant conversations. Go to the first floor. For some reason, there's a strong smell on this floor. Julio noticed something similar earlier while talking to Mrs. Manda, but it wasn't nearly as intense then. At first, unclear where it comes from until he passes room 11, which is the room from the weird guy. Was it 11? That's definitely the source. He also hears a strange mumbling from inside. Whatever's going on there, it feels fishy. I mean, best case scenario, he's just masturbating. Worst case scenario, I don't want to think about it. Go to the ground floor. Which is the lobby. There's a sign of Samantha on the receptionist. Fortunately, her assistance won't be needed anytime soon. Go outside. Yul reaches his car and picks up his bag, but as he's another one point to come back inside, a doubt strikes him. Wait, don't tell me. You forgot the book? He quickly checks inside of the bag. Oh, thank God everything's here, just as it should be. Last thing I need is to die of boredom. Last thing like, did you forgot your book? What are you gonna do the entire day? I have to... Gotta say, it's a kind of a slow way to go back. The big dude from room 11 shows up again, this time looking less worried. Or at least worried in a different way. He doesn't seem to notice Julio at the moment. Right now he's too busy breathing heavily in front of his room. You can only imagine how much stronger the stench from airload must be inside. Julio considers tossing a snarky comment his way but holds back. What's the point? Provoking a behemoth-looking guy isn't exactly smart. So he simply walks past while the man continues trying to catch his breath. Sorry, I don't know how to breathe heavily. Walking around without your bodyguard isn't a smart move, you know. You have a problem, man? No, I don't. I'm not an idiot. Last thing I need is my holiday plans tossed in the trash. You know, patience is a virtue, as they say. The amount of time I wasted up now has been a real pain. By the way, are you planning to stay here for the night? What, do you want to know that? That's really creepy. That's none of your fucking business. Do I need to call the receptionist? I'm pretty sure she'd be very interested in whatever you're going in there. No. I'm sorry, I'm just in a really bad mood and I feel exhausted. I truly apologize if I came off straight. No, I don't forgive you. And I'm really sorry about the smell too. Unfortunately, I have a serious health condition that was what I'm about to mention. I don't know if it's true. I mean, he has some weird bolts on his back, right? But there's people with health conditions, and I feel like I'm gonna be completely honest about this. I ended up being an asshole once because I when I was in uni, I ended up calling a person because of their smell. Because it was a really bad smell, right? All things considered, but they had a condition and they couldn't do anything, and I feel like I ended up being a really bad person back then. It wasn't obviously not on purpose. I didn't know, but you shouldn't be judging people, right? There's people that just smell bad because they don't like bathe or use deodorant or stuff like that, right? But you never know, and that's a very personal experience that happened to me once, and I did feel very bad. I did apologize and everything, but I don't think it at that point. I've heard them, right? And that's not gonna change anything. I don't know about this guy. This guy looks hella sus. And what the fuck is SKG? I hope you understand it's not exactly something I'm proud of. I mean, come on, just let it slide. I mean, the comment he did was really weird, and there's no condition that makes you say weird comments. I mean, I guess there's Tourette and stuff like that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, whatever. Don't ask me what condition they have. I really don't. It's been like 10 years. I don't remember. But another word, Julie heads to the next floor. He had no intention of wasting more time on that loser. And they just happen to be fat too, so I'm guessing it has something to do with... Or maybe the condition also causes you to be fat, I don't know. Fuck you. You're stupid, stupid, stupid. I feel like this guy's also beating himself over it. Hello, wife. Welcome back. Did you end up forgetting something at home? No, I was careful this time. You seem a little frustrated though. Did something happen while you were out? What? No. Why do you lie to your wife? Are you sure? Is this his wife? It is, right? Well, don't worry, I'm just tired. I just need to lie down for a bit, that's all. If you say so. The first day of vacation is nearly over. It's now the middle of the night, and the couple had the chance to enjoy their time as planned. Or at least with a few small adjustments thanks to a longer than expected rest that morning. They had estimated just how comfortable the bed would feel after a long trip, but Julius' mood also played a part. He wasn't quite as cheerful as when we first met him. As you might guess, the shift is mood later through the day. Even at their favorite restaurant, his mind wasn't fully at ease. No matter how hard he had to hide it, it showed. I'm really disappointed with that second plate. How could I not notice the fish smelled like ammonia? I wish we didn't have to call the waiter to point it out. Yeah. Look at the bright side, Cleo. They apologized and gave us another plate of the same dish for free. Everything else we ate was delicious. They should give you complimentary, like, dessert. That's what they do. I remember I once went to a restaurant. It's not related to any of this, right? But I asked for black tea, right? I think. And they didn't have it. Like they have it, but they have to prepare it, right? So it was like 10 minutes to get me my tea. And they went, it's like, I'm so sorry it took so long to get your tea. Here's free dessert, like free ice cream, right? And I was like, this is barely an issue, right? I didn't take any issue. I understand restaurants sometimes don't have things on demand, right? And you have to wait a little bit. I was not in a rush to get my tea. I waited for the tea. It was delicious, and they just gave me free dessert. And I felt guilty, like, man, it's okay. Thank you for the free. It was delicious, but I feel like that's one of the greatest restaurants I have ever been. It was like a ramen joint. But I feel like complimentary dessert, it's the basis of an apology. Like, if they serve me something that went bad or it's not up to quality, we deserve free dessert, right? Because usually that's something you don't want to get because you don't want to spend like a few more bucks. But if it's for free, you enjoy it, right? Sorry for the for the tangent. Even the best screw up sometimes. They say there's a new chef in the kitchen, though. My point still stands. I don't feel these people are having a good time. First floor. As they pass in front of room 11, Julia freezes for a few seconds. You can still hear faint mumbling from inside, but the stench from earlier is gone. He's seriously getting tired of this. And don't try to play dumb with me. If this is about dinner... You know it's not, you've been acting strange since this morning. I didn't want to push you, but my patience is wearing thin. Is there a good reason I should know what's bothering you? Okay. Okay. You're so excited on this, I'll tell you once we're back in the room. This is the last place I want to talk about it. Okay, here's the story, plain and simple. I had an argument with some random guy staying at the hotel. I am minding my own business and he just started acting rude out of nowhere, and well... I'm not exactly a type who enjoys being talked down, so I threatened to call Mrs. Mando. You're saying things escalated to the point where you were in danger? No, I'm not, or at least I don't think so. There was this really suspicious stench coming from his room, the man I thought about involving Mrs. Mando, but honestly... I just wanted to piss him off with straight up telling him to go fuck himself. A suspicious stench? Was it the same guy who was behind us when we checked this morning? I'm not sure, it's possible. I didn't really pay attention to who was behind us, but... You should be paying attention to everyone, especially that really suspicious kind of people. I remember catching a similar smell, so you might be right. Did you miss that juggernaut of a guy, Julio? It's irrelevant in this context, but now that you mention it. I was a fucking idiot to mess with someone that size. Who knows what could happen if he laid hands on me. Okay, I think I got a general idea of what's been bothering you. And your verdict? It's my balls? No offense, but you were stupid. the face of this man, look at that. Some fights aren't worth picking if they are going to mess with you emotionally, unless you're forced to. But even if you don't, like, you have to talk back, otherwise it's just gonna be like, I should have said something. And it's also gonna mess you emotionally, right? Next time, just say you're busy and don't have time to waste. Or better yet, just ignore them. You know, your time to every person in this reality. Okay, I get it. I'll keep that in mind from now on. Are you satisfied with my response? Yeah. I'll go follow your last piece of advice right now. Good one. Feel free to do as you like then. I hope you get some rest. Man, it will be a nightmare to go on a vacation with these people. Do you guys ever go to a place with a couple, like, and it might be like your brother or sister and their husband, wife, right? And they just start like fighting and they just ruin the entire experience because they cannot keep the fucking relationship together. Emotions can really mess up you up, especially when pride is pulling the strings. That is true. But he couldn't help himself. Having someone try to ease his pain has always been hard for him to accept. Or at least that's what he tells himself to feel better. He even considered waking up Cleo to apologize right then and there, but part of him was still afraid she wouldn't accept it. He knew he had been to make a move sooner or later. Ignoring the problem would only make things worse. But if it makes you feel any better about his shenanigans, here's some good news. This night will be longer than usual, so he'll have more time to rethink his life choices. Truly fortunate in a classic monkey paw kind of way. So the goodbye to the balls, it's metaphorical. It's my metaphorical balls, not my. Hopefully, we wake alongside Julio in the middle of the night. Fortunately for us, we're not suffering from a stress-induced headache like he is. But he doesn't stop him from noticing something's off. The longer he stares off his room, the more a visceral sense of dread begins to creep in. Why is everything green? Cleo. Wake. It's the guy inside the room. He turns to her side and freezes. She's not there. She's gone. She's no longer beside him. With a second thought, he rushes to the bathroom. Nothing. Oh my god, this is my fucking nightmare scenario. It was starting to feel like a nightmare, yeah, but we all knew we were awake. This can be real. It can't. Calm down, Julio. Like for real, this is one of my fears. Like going to bed with someone in like even in my own house, right? And so just waking up and they're nowhere to be found. Like something happened to them while I was sleeping. It just makes me so afraid. Just for a moment. It doesn't even have to be a person, even my dog. Sometimes I sleep with my dog, right? And then I wake up and she's not in the bed, and she's not on the floor, and she's not in the bathroom. And I just panic, and she's on the first floor waiting to go to the bathroom, right? So it doesn't help my level of stress. It doesn't help, but it's better than nothing. He knows he has to find Cleo and get the hell out of here. Whatever's happening, it's only getting more disturbing. After throwing off his special clothes, he head towards the exit door. He has no idea what's waiting for him outside. But he's ready to face it. Is he? Oh shit! Wait, is that poop? Or it's blood, but since everything is red, it has to be brown. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. He's handling it like a champ, don't you think? The situation is worse than he'd imagined. The sight of blood-stained corpses is overwhelming, too much for him to process. Okay, maybe not the right choice of color for the blood. I would say brown looks like shit. At that moment, all he can do is hope Cleo has met the same fate. What the fuck? I would say, unless it's intended, very, very poor choice of color for the blood. God, this place just keeps getting worse. As he's about to leave the floor, a strange sound begins to rise behind him. At first it's very audible, but with each passing second it grows louder. Then, with a warning, someone passes through one of the closed doors. Julia freezes. He can't believe what he's just seen. And his confusion quickly turns to fear when he realizes who it is. It's the fat guy. With a full aura of peace. Well, that's a shit-eating green. There's nothing better than apples straight from the tree. That's not an apple. Don't you agree? Well, what's with that face? Do you want to talk shit anymore, man? I guess you shouldn't be surprised. Cocky types like you always go quiet when things get ugly. Listen, you don't have to do this, because he did ask if we're going to spend the night, right? If it's about what I said. What? You can't be serious. Let me give you a reality check, because clearly you need one. There were 25 male humans in this building when I started the hunt. Now there are only 4, including you. But what happened with the woman? You ever think I killed him just because you pissed me off? No, that's not what I meant. Don't lie, I know how you think. You believe you're special. And you know what? I think I'll give you special treatment. What? Am I like having a psychotic episode or something and I'm about to murder an innocent guy? Hand them over. My balls? Not my balls, please. Come on, don't play dumb. You've seen what I'm taking from my victims. I even ate some. Oh, God, no. No. That knife should be enough to do the job. So IW grip is as strong as mine. You're sick in the head. I can treat you like the others if that's what you want. But before you pick up that knife, don't even think about using it against me. That's what I was thinking. This aura around me isn't just for show. Oh my god, he has aura. If it doesn't say that, bring you back to your reality though. I think it's fair considering my request. I'll clear cocky ass. Shit, I don't want to cut my balls. Nah, I like in real life, if this happened to me, I will just run away. Fuck this. Run, Julia. You're not getting my balls. With a second thought, Julia starts running from the psychopath. You seriously think he will let Julia go away? We will know that Wizard will pull up some trigger of something. Julia might be scared as hell, but he's not stupid or desperate. Or am I wrong? Returning to our favorite guy, he has small sleeves while rushing down the stairs. Some poor guys bled to death right there, and stair steps were stained red. As you can see, the first floor was stained as well. But fortunately for Julio, the floor isn't slippery and he doesn't risk hurting himself this time. It is a adrenaline-filled moment that Julio notices that one of the doors is open. Maybe that room could be a good place to hide from the killer. I don't think so, considering everyone... Just keep running. I wouldn't hide, just fucking go away. Like, everyone is dead, right? That obviously doors are not gonna hold this guy back. The idea of hiding and confusing his pursuit is inviting but too risky, so he ends up running towards the exit. The only thing he wants to do is get the hell out of there, and reasonably so. After reaching the ground floor, Julia notices a group of people right in front of the entrance. It seems they are trying to break this exit door with whatever they have. These are the guys. Keep trying, there's no fucking way this is going to hold up much longer. Get out of the way! There's a psychopath who's chasing me. What? You fucking idiot, you're going to kill us all. We can even open this fucking door. Well, better your balls than mine. The noise comes back again, but not from behind Julio, strangely. Oh god, watch out! Oh shit. Holy fuck, my balls! Oh, my balls.
Delicious.
No, my balls. Holy shit, that was intense. Ending 2 of 4, they are gone. Okay, 2 of 4 endings. Let me make a note in here real quick. 2 out of 4 end. I got ending 2 of 4. My balls are gone. Skip the credits. Yes, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see them at the end. Don't worry. That's what I usually do with. Okay, so we go back to file 3. It was file 4. I'm gonna cut them. I feel like that's the first ending, right? Yeah, you can have my balls, man. I don't need them. I'm gonna transition anyway. The fucking face. Oh my god, he's actually doing it. Oh shit. Oh god. Damn, you actually did it. You madman. I didn't actually expect you to would do that. You didn't have some guts because you don't have balls. That's for sure. Do I survive that? The next day, all the male humans disappear from that hotel. All of them but one, or Julia. Julia was found dead, lying in a puddle of his own blood, though. As promised, the murderous wizard brought him back to his reality, but before doing that, he let him bleed to death. Did you expect he will play fair? It's not like he promised to let him alive after all. Later that day, the police arrived to investigate this place, a place where the remaining guests were overcome by desperation for the disappearance of their loved ones, and for Julia's death in the case of Clea. She couldn't believe her own eyes when she saw him. She couldn't believe this was real. The only thing that she could do was cry and cry. Fully knowing that her last memory he will be a negative. Well, yeah, that's why you usually there's a good saying that I like to follow, and I feel like that's something I could recommend anyone. Never go to sleep mad with anyone, especially if it's like your partner in life and you're gonna sleep like in the same bed and everything. Don't go angry, because you never know if one of you is not going to wake up, right? And you really don't want. You're like, it's the same thing with your parents, right? This is not just about lovers. It's the same thing with parents. Like obviously we're gonna have like disagreements and fights sometimes, right? But at the end of the day, make sure to save something nice, or like you make me really angry, but I love you. Good night, something like that, right? Because you don't want your last words with someone that you love be a negative word. It's something you don't ever recover from, and she will have to live with that for the rest of her life. Sad, isn't it? Sure, not for the wizard that enjoyed their desperation around him. It's not like anyone could imagine he was behind all of this. After being interrogated, he left the building, chilling while drinking a delicious juice made of balls. You can imagine what kind of juice. Ball juice. One thing is for sure, he can wait to eat more of his favorite food somewhere else. Who knows who will kill his next victims? Ending 1 or 4, yours might be next. No, not my balls. Yeah, so that was the first one. Okay, so, all things considered, I think that the cops suck ass because if every male in that hotel disappear, except 2 of them, which is the ball-eating guy and the other one is dead, you have to imagine that one of those it's so I run away. Then I hide in the yeah, I really cannot get over the blood that doesn't look like blood. I think it might be my monitor. It's quite old because when I'm looking at the recording on the other monitor that is slightly newer, it doesn't look as much as shit on this one, so it might be my color profile for this one. Returning to our favorite guy, he almost sleeps while rushing down the stairs. Right? We know this, we know this. Big enough to contain one person. It's at the point that Julius starts forcing himself to relax for a moment. The second might be on the first floor by now, and making unnecessary noises isn't a good idea. So he waits. And waits until the silence reigns supreme once again. But he can just teleport, right? There's no safety to having here. The other wants to cry, he can't believe the situation he's in. What now? Sure, the psycho lost his trail, but now he's going to get out from the situation. Heko just got to the exit, but what if he's waiting for him there? What if Cleus is still here, hurt? I remember what the psycho said, there shouldn't be the case, but should you trust such words? That's true, you cannot believe anything he said. The words of a murderous individual, everything is starting to become too overwhelming for him. The only thing that he can do is still hiding in the closet. But he knows deep down that remaining there will lead him to death. You just can imagine what death will come though. The psycho is close, very close. Judging by the volume of the sound, there's a good chance he's in the same room. You only can't hear any footsteps though, only that threatening sound which keeps becoming louder and louder. In a moment of panic, Julie is ready to jump out. But when he ends up moving, he realizes that something is on his chest. What? What the fuck? Nice hideout you got here, very creative. You definitely are the first to pull this trick on me. But seriously, I shouldn't expect better options by now. It's not like there are many in this place. Not that it matters much, and my tracking spell allows me to cheat a little. I also advise you not move a muscle unless you want to lose something from your inside. That bitch of your bodyguard won't save your ass, so I advise you to cease any resistance. Go to hell. No, my balls! Ugh. Ugh. Just a reminder. And that little squeeze is more than enough to make some juice out of you. I'm just squeezing my balls. So I recommend that you shut the hell up, cookie ass. You're very lucky that I have other plans for you. Actual ones this time. My last proposal was more like a joke, and I didn't expect you to cut them, to be honest. Wait, how did you know I cut them? How do you know? I wanted to mess with you before killing you, but your attempt to escape gave me some time to reflect. A little break from all this will be pretty nice for me, so... The wizard immediately throws Julie out of the closet, making him land on the bed. Oh no. I'll let you kill my remaining targets. Just be sure to bring me what I crave the most after you're done. You'll find me in my room as usual, so have a good hunt. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I promise to let you go out from this pocket dimension of mine as well. For real this time, you can trust me. See you later. After saying that, the wizard leaves the knife from before on the foot of the bed and then leaves the room. Julie's in shock. He couldn't believe the absurdity of this situation. But instead of remaining stunned as he had in the closet, he immediately approaches the window. After opening it, his fears become true. There is some sort of barrier outside of it, and touching it doesn't seem to be the best idea in terms of safety. The only thing he could do at the moment is to stare at the distance in disbelief. He had a bad presentiment after the wizard mentioned the pocket dimension thing, but you can guess what I'm trying to say. We can definitely be sure that Julia doesn't have many choices at the moment, though. He doesn't know if he's going to have the will to do that dirty job. He doesn't know if he's going to still be alive at the end of it. He can only hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And most importantly, that Cleo's and Harmon's safe. And that I still have my bolts at the end. Unfortunately, he has to cut some stuff fears whether he liked it or not. We can only wish him luck in his desperate attempt to escape from this nightmare. The guys are gonna be here, right? Julius fortunate to find his first target here all alone. The attacker who is unaware of his incoming doom is trying to break down the door at the entrance. Julius starts approaching him while he's distracted very slowly. He's terrorized by the idea of what he has to do. But before he can do anything, the target notices him. The victim also happens to be a familiar face for all of us. Okay, I guess they are not joined by the hip. What you doing with that knife, man? Jesus, Brenton. You almost gave me a heart attack, dude. I thought for a moment that you were that psycho. Yeah, sorry. Were you alongside two other guys? I remember seeing you together yesterday. Listen. I don't care about them as much as I don't want to waste time talking. I want to get the hell out of here. And if you don't want that as well, go pick a chair or something from the cafeteria. Helping me out is the only thing that you can do right now. Unless you want to hide until you're dead like those other pussies. Wait, they died now? Okay. Good, then move on. Do I get a choice to cut his balls? Let's say the guy returns to try doing his business. The other goes towards the cafeteria as requested, but not to take anything to help the guy out. He instead tries to do some heavy breathing to calm himself a little. Like I had an idea of the barrier outside of this place, so Julie knows that it will be just a waste of time. Fuck. Let's do this. Let's do this bullshit. Love me this kind of animation. Love them so much. This might be like my top 3 favorite type of animation in games. Especially like horror games, they really benefit from this kind of thing. The guy is definitely dead. His blood is still twitching while the blood is decorating the floor, but he's dead. Then I cut the balls. I cut the balls. Balls. What the hell? The presence of a creepy eye on the door. Yeah, I was about to mention that. It wasn't there earlier. Don't worry, it's just me. I know there's probably your first kill in your entire life. But I have to say that you suck a little. You could definitely flick more deadly ones instead of massacring that poor soul until he was dead. I don't care what you think about that. You know what? Fair enough. You want to make them suffer until they die, it's your decision in the end. I don't mind watching more gruesome shows from time to time. But if you want to end this faster, I suggest you follow my advice. Just be sure to cut them now. That's the most satisfying part of the job, trust me. sorry that I have to do all this. I mind that you won't have any problem if it doesn't describe what happens next, right? Yeah, that should be okay. I'm good, thank you. Please no. How many bolts do you need to let me out? The first part has been acquired by Julio to remain. So the 3 guys then. Can I go outside? There's a... too many places where someone could hide in a room like this, but Jill doesn't have to spend much time to figure it out anyway. It was enough to hear a gasp from under the bed to locate the next target. Hopefully none of this is actually the wife, right? Come on, get out, the psycho isn't nearby anyway. At first the person doesn't react, but after a few seconds he immediately comes out. It's super douchebag. Don't worry, I'm armed, it's going to be fine. Did you kill him? Excuse me? The blood on you and the knife in your hand. Did you use it to get rid of the bastard? Yeah. Not far off. But fortunately, I wasn't so lucky. So the blood on you is yours then? I knew that he didn't look human, but I expect he will be wounded at least. Yeah, it is unfortunately. I couldn't do much against him. At least I managed to get away. That's good to hear, man. If it helps, I have some medicine for you if you badly hurt. Medicine? I'm so sorry. I have to kill you and cut your balls. Hey, don't feel bad, you try your best to get rid of. Man, I love this incredible. It reminds me of like those 90s games. And it has like a really slasher feel to it. There's another eye in the wall there. That was pretty nice. It's good to see that you're getting used to it. Shut up, just shut up. Sure. Let me just say that I appreciate that you took my advice at heart. The guy definitely deserved the treatment more than the previous one, to be honest. Remember to get them. Your job is almost over. No, I cannot with the bulk cutting. It's really dangerous. Well done, your next time might be more difficult this time though, so prepare yourself. You'll see soon enough, don't worry about that. So I have 2 endings so far, and assuming one is the true final ending, I still have another death. Hello, Matt, I'm gonna cut your bolts. I guess you're the one who killed my friends. I know they were annoying individuals from time to time, but they didn't deserve that horrible fate. I mean, you know, fair enough, you can be a dick and you don't deserve to die like that. I see he made a deal with you as well, didn't he? This is a knife. You know, I understand you. I want to get out as well. But I will be lying if I say that I will regret cutting your guts right now. I don't have any problem doing all of this. Revenge is extra fuel to my motivation. You don't say. If it can make you feel better, I'm doing all of this to reach someone I love. That's my extra fuel. I don't see why I should give a shit about it. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. That won't stop me, just as I won't stop you. And that person you love will cry on your grave, like in the other ending. Prepare yourself, motherfucker! With that, the last target begins to dance. A deadly one. During this dance, they both manage to avoid and land some slashes with their knives, but not on the vital parts of their bodies. This continues until Julie manages to land a very lucky slash in the right hand wrist of the target. This makes him lose the grasp of the knife, which falls on the ground immediately. Before he can pick it up, Julie pushes him against the wall and starts piercing its abdomen fiercely. All of this ends with the loser collapsing in the ground, overwhelmed by pain and impending fate. With the loser. We are talking about a human being in here. Do you seriously think he'll let you go? I don't know. But I promise he will be quick for you. Fuck you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. There's the I2 again. I like this one. His edginess was entertaining in its ridiculousness. Let's end this. No, not the balls. The paper has been acquired by Giulio. He has all of them now. Bravo. I'm very proud of what you have done so far. You were especially good during the cutting part of the job. I felt you will do wonders under my tutoring. Feel free to come inside my room. Your reward awaits, cocky ass. So you're telling... Wait, I'm... Eating balls is what gives him the power, I wonder? The menacing eye disappears, Giulio remains still for a few seconds. He couldn't believe he was still alive. In the same way he couldn't believe that this nightmarish tunnel was nearby. But one part of him knows that it's too good to be true. This part agrees with that poor guy said before dying. There's no way the wizard would let him go so easily. And if he's going to, will you really deserve to get away from all of this? Shit, what? You know, at the beginning I thought that like having to go floor by floor every time you did something was like a little bit annoying, but now that I play the game, I understand that it's the structure of the building what makes it like a good fit for this kind of situation. I really like the setting. I apologize for not bringing some gas mask to alleviate this nuisance. I'll be sure to come better prepared next time. Another thing that definitely catches Giulio's attention is the grotesque-looking creature on the wall. When he comes closer, he realizes this resource with the unpleasant smell. He has to focus on it that he doesn't even realize the wizard has come close to him. This is the last time I rely on something like this. No. I actually used some magic amulets. Those definitely don't smell like shit. You had every reason to be annoyed by it yesterday. There were times I almost threw up, especially when I carried the materials to create it in my suitcase. What is this creature? Is related to this dimension we're stuck in? Good guess, cocky ass. From the moment it started breathing, it was able to start my hunt. You have no idea how much time I had to spend preparing this thing and the other spells. Speaking of spells, did you like the one that allows me to go through stuff? That's my favorite. I hate to say it, but you're funny when you're not scared like a little bitch. Tell me, how do you feel right now? It was fun watching your shenanigans while resting on my bed. I think I can give you a satisfying answer. Then I'll ask a simpler but more interesting question. But first, can you show me the pears you took for me? Okay. Jill pulls out those pears from his pocket. They are bloodstained and very slimy, disgusting. Couldn't you put them in a box or something? The one that Jill is starting to feel disgusted holding them in his hand. Do you know what these are for? Eating? You're seriously asking me to spell it out? There's not that you will know the right answer anyway, but I can spell it out for you. These are the reason you should never kill yourself. What? Are you fucking nuts? No, he's eating nuts. Oh, please shut up and stop being a downer. There are so many things in these realities that can bring you joy. Doesn't matter how depressing your existence is. We all have the chance to enjoy our life even through the smallest things, like killing people. Even the simple act of eating the food you love the most, and the joy of the hunt are more than unexpected motivational moments. Even if that means to be very, very, very patient to have the chance to enjoy them. I had to wait for a whole year to be free from my damn workplace. But at least I'm on vacation. I have the time to do whatever I want now, or at least for 3 days. Yesterday was the second, today is the third. Quite impressive, isn't it? I bet you humans can only dream of having so many days off from work in 1 year. Maybe he's not wrong. I want to take this opportunity to say that he's not sarcastic in the last statement. He genuinely thinks that. I'm done with all of this. I just want to go home. I did everything you asked and you promised. I brought you food, no. Respect your part of the deal. Oh. Do you want another conversation so soon? Now that I'm in a good mood, you want to leave? No, I don't think I will. Bitch. Don't look at me that way, idiot. Stop being stupid and act if you are in control here. That might make me change my mind, you know? Just because I promised to bring you back, that doesn't mean I can decide when. Even if you give me that right now, I won't change anything. Anyway, thanks for your service, cookie ass. Let me tell you that I appreciate it. With a single moment of hesitation, Juliet throws the food at him. And while taking advantage of the user's confusion, he takes a slash right towards his face, hitting him perfectly. But the slash doesn't leave any wound on him. He was right when he said that his arrow would have protected him. Isn't it the moment that Juliet decides to risk everything and go towards the creature? That was exactly what I was thinking, just go for the creature. I'm gonna save because this is the... Stab the symbol. No, don't do it that way. And we exploded. Everyone died again. Do I keep my balls at the very least? Because if I die, I would like to die with my balls. I become very fond of my balls over the years. We've been together for like 3 decades and more. The explosion was so strong that this echo should hear in the Jill's reality. After being woken up by it, the remaining guests realized that there had been disappearances of all the male humans and the wizard. Police arrived later on to investigate while the loved ones of the disappeared were still in shock. All of them except Cleo. Considering what happened the night before, the only thing she was feeling was an extreme sense of disappointment. She didn't think that Jill's disappearance was related to the others. Cleo generally thought that he had just decided to leave her alone out of spite, even though their car was still in the parking lot. Deep down, she felt that she was too aggressive towards him, but after this, she was starting to change her mind. Maybe it wasn't worth trying to reason with someone that would have acted so childish. I mean, she's acting childish herself too, right? That was already Jill's problem she had dealt with for years, but it now hit a new low with this event. And she didn't have the patience for that anymore. Pretty depressing stuff for everyone, not happy endings on the horizon, I would say. Well, at least we can celebrate the fact that the wizard didn't make it out of the explosion. There's that. Or did he? Da da da. Video call message. What? have called PKA for the issues in the magic field. Fortunately, our line is currently busy. We recommend waiting until a line becomes available again. When that happens, one of your dispatchers will be happy to take your request. Thank you for your patience. Why are you looking at me like that? Banger music. Hello, this is PKI. How can I help you? Hi. I really need assistance to get out of pocket dimension I made. I can't get out of it anymore. I see. How did that happen? I was in the middle of a human hunt and one was smarter than the others. But not enough to break the base of the pocket dimension properly. Oh, there's a script child line 106 RGSS error occurred. Failed to create bitmap. That's I guess that's the problem that was mentioned on the itch.io page. Okay, they told me I should open the. It says I should open the game again, and it should be okay. Let me give me a second. There we go again. So let's go for the ice, and then we go back to the simple one. I might have been stupid for thinking that he will be let free in the end, but he wasn't the only fool in the room. Otherwise, Julie wouldn't have tried to kill the creature and see if everything around him will fall apart. Don't you think? When he starts piercing the poor creature's some low-pitched screams start coming out of it. The screams become louder as he keeps stabbing it fiercely. Piece of shit, what the fuck are you doing? And then we exploded again. Wait, what? Everything went back to normal? The room is a mess now. The explosion which has caused by the death of the creature was so strong that ended up affecting everything. I mean, it looks good enough to me. In both the pocket dimension and Julius' reality, it was strong that its echo can still be heard. I don't like what you think. We can be assured that now that Julius is still alive, but his body is still intact, but I will be lying if I say it's fine after that explosion. He can barely move, and each muscle in his body is in pain, especially after trying to stand up. The only thing he can properly do now is crawl towards the exit door. Oh shit. Quick, bring a woman now. You look fantastic, dude. I bet you're very happy to be back home. Thank you for ruining one day of my vacation. I really hope you enjoyed these last moments. Because I'll be sure to make them the last for you. Wife? Oh, it's the owner of the... What the hell are you doing here? You woke up the entire hotel with those noises you made this room. I know that you were bad news from the moment you stepped your smelly ass in this place. Oh, she's not having it. So did the cat eat your tongue or something? Do I have to... Julio? What did he... Oh, and she's friends with a couple. Oh my god! What the fuck? He just became a pool of shit. No, it definitely looks like shit. What the heck just happened? I'm sorry, Mrs. Manda. I should have warned you about this ticket yesterday. At the beginning of this new day, Julio couldn't finally appreciate the joy of being free. He explained what happened to Miss Mando, leaving her shocked as a result. They decided to keep the real story between themselves, though. There's no way that everyone else will believe what Julio had experienced. He was already lucky to have someone like Mrs. Mando at the right place at that time. They came up with the story that the wizard guy attacked him and fled out the intervention of Mrs. Mando. This is what he told the police in the end. They didn't need to come up with excuses for the puddle of blood and the mark on the wall because they disappeared later. Probably because of magic shenanigans or something like that, I don't know. It's magic, I ain't gonna explain shit. The same thing that was told by Julia to Cleo while they were on vacation. They were on the way to the hospital, but most importantly, he told her he was happy to be with her again. And he constantly apologized to her for making her feel bad. Especially for what happened last night. He admitted he was childish and generally an asshole towards her. He hated himself for the idea that his last moments with her could be so negative. During the trip to the hospital, Cleo constantly comforted him despite being almost on the verge of tears. She could strongly empathize with what say about leaving bad memories. That led Cleo to apologize for expressing herself in a bad way as well last night. Said that she could have done them with less aggressive way in the end. I can tell you for sure what the future is going to hold for the relationship. There will be other ups and downs in their lives like that. That's totally normal, right? Anyone that thinks that relationships only work when they're like happy all the time, it's what makes a relationship strong is you have a fight and then you solve it. But at the moment, they were just happy to be together once again. That was what mattered to them. Oh no. Don't tell me like I'm gonna lose my balls in the end. Weeks later, their lives returned to normal more or less. One thing's for sure, they won't return to that hotel for a while. They felt kinda bad for doing so though. The sudden disappearance of so many people damaged the reputation of that place, unfortunately. Gil still couldn't believe that there was no survivor of that massacre though. But he was glad to be alive to enjoy simple things like taking a bath without any murderous psychopaths ruining the moment. Or, nah, it's gonna come out of the... No. No, my balls, no. But didn't he die? No, there's no happy endings. Fortunately, that was only a nightmare. The wizard is 100% dead, so he won't come back for revenge or anything like that. We can be assured that Julie is safe right now. But most importantly, ending 404, they are safe. Yay! No, show the credits. So we're gonna watch the credits, and then I'm gonna go back to the ending that got cut short because the game closed. And meanwhile, I can talk a little bit about the game, right? Where are the credits? Show me the credits. There, the credits. Programming by blueROSE, running by blueROSE, art by blueROSE, animation and cutscenes by blueROSE, audio editing by blueROSE, delicious voice line and sound by blueROSE, and the playtesters, right? I would say I really like the game. Really enjoyable. At the beginning, I was like, I mean, I don't want to go through these floors up and down every time, but it seems like like after playing it, obviously it was the right idea. I think I like the progression of the game. It's a visual novel, right, through and through, but I'm glad that you have these choices that actually matter, and the game lets you know what choices are gonna make a difference, so you can say beforehand. That's really convenient, right? Sometimes I play games that are like 2-3 hours long sometimes, and I don't tell you what like choices impact your ending, and it's really bothersome to have to guess and make like a billion saves, right? So really nice that the game lets you know what choices are gonna be important. The story was incredible, and I really like it, and the idea of a killer that gets your balls to eat them, and it's nice, right? However, I have to say that personally, I would have liked the bad guy more. Thanks for playing. Thank you for making the game. If it was not magical, I think the idea of the magician fits, and it's really well utilized in universe. It was file 9, right? So we stabbed the symbol. I think all of the wizard makes sense. It leads into this creature and the dimension and everything. But I think it would have been like actually more terrifying. Like just like the idea of a slasher monster, like, and not monster, like person that it's crazy and kills you and eats your balls just because it's crazy and it's a man, and like you have to deal with the idea that it's a man, right? So like, I don't know, maybe you can lock the hotel somehow, and like, I don't know, maybe all the woman went to some place. I don't know. It would be more difficult to write, right? I understand the magician can just do the things because it's magic and they just work and it's interesting too. But I don't think I think I would have liked this guy because like all the the funniest thing to me, it's the shit stains, the blood stains that look like shit, because everything is red, so the blood cannot be exactly red, so it's brownish. Which, granted, when blood dries up, it's kind of brownish, right? But it just looks like shit. And then the peace aura with the peace monster, it's just like shit and peace everywhere. It's just, I don't know if it's intentional, but it's really funny. But I don't know. I will have like that him to be just like a normal guy that's crazy and it's killing everyone. It will have added like that actual fear of this could happen to you, right? This crazy person just eating the balls of people. I'm gonna save on file 10 just in case it closes again. We can give it another try. Well, let's and we have the entire conversation on the phone. Yeah, this little bit at the end, it's really funny, right? With you have to call the magic line, and this guy uses magic to take a couple of free days every year to eat balls and kill people at the hotel. But I don't wonder, it's eating balls just like because he enjoys the balls, or actually have to do something with the magical power, right? Because if he doesn't have to do anything with the magical power, then how did he get the magical power, right? He's just calling this line and they give you like a nap. And they just give you like a nap. I'm sorry, I had to do the dance. That gives you magic. You're gonna save again. If you could send someone as quickly as possible. I have some important business to attend and I can waste more time than necessary here. I'm sorry to hear that. We already got the coordinates of your location in the human reality. We'll be sure to open a portal to send one of our operators as soon as possible. Be sure to follow their instructions when they are there. Oh, that's obvious. How much time will that require? As I said, I'm in a hurry. I can waste time here. Don't worry, our operator will reach you as soon as possible. You will have to wait 10 hours. You just have to prepare the required materials and... Are you fucking with me? Pardon? I didn't hear what you said, sir. Can you repeat? You don't need 10 fucking hours to make a portal and come into the human reality. 4 are more than enough, even 5 you take your time. Not 10. What kind of people do you have in your department? Sir, I think you don't know the requirements to prepare something like that. It's a very slow process, much like traditional magic spells. Please be patient. Dude. I came here with a self-made portal. I'm not talking out of my ass. That's quite impressive then. There's a work with us section on our site if you're interested. We'll be glad to have someone skillful like you. Very funny, but I already have a job, unfortunately, for both of us. I feel for you, I really do. If I can make you feel better, our operator will just help you get out. Then you will be on your own again, sir. How is that supposed to make me feel better, exactly? You're a skillful wizard, sir. You said it yourself. It will be just a waste of time to rely on our services if you can do that better. Can I suggest some courses to help you get out of your pocket dimension by any chance? That could be helpful for you as well. Again, don't talk with you. Just wait that damn operator. Thank you for understanding. Have a good day, sir. in this ending he survives and the other guy just died without balls. Why? Why? I hate it when I agree with them. I hate it. Mort, why are you bothering yourself with all of this? You can get the food you like so much from the supermarket next door after all. I get that you want something fresh and enjoy the hunt, but is it worth spending an insane number of hours on magic preparations just for this? Just going too early where you might risk your life as well? I don't understand why chilling on your sofa wouldn't be a better option. It's not like you have a lot of time for yourself considering the number of work hours you have to deal with. My coworkers find out about this, they will make fun of me until my retirement. Poor you. I hope you were satisfied with your last actions, cookie ass. You definitely pulled a trick on me. But I guess you could have butted that if I had kept my mouth shut. I hope you're rotting in hell, if you humans have one. I really hope so. Unfortunately for the wizard, this will be the end of his vacation. By the time he is rescued, he won't be able to do anything but prepare the usual spells to come back home, so that he will be in time for a new day of work. After experiencing the stress of not being able to enjoy his last free day, the wizard will have other plans for the next year. He'll be sure to relax on the sofa without worries. In the end, there won't be any more victims by his hand after a while. Ending 304, their sacrifice wasn't in vain. I feel like that last ending dragged out a little bit with the conversation. Actually, that will be my only probably my only suggestion to this game. You have to wait like a couple of seconds before moving on the text, and it just drags a lot. Like it builds up over the game. At the beginning, it's not an issue, but the longer the game goes, thankfully the game is not like super long, so it's not really like a big issue. But like those few seconds that you have to wait every time a little bit of text appears, it just consumes so much time that it's in my opinion not necessary, right? But overall, great game. I like it. I didn't know if I'm going to like this game because, I'm gonna admit it's like this is like a personal problem, but all the red kind of causes me like eye strain a little bit. But it's not a big issue, right? It's mostly a personal thing, so I wouldn't say the game is bad for that. And I didn't know if I was going to like it because, I mean, it's called "Say Goodbye to Your Balls," right? So it sounds like a very funny title, but I didn't know if it was going to be like fun, or just fun cringy, and thankfully it was fun, right? So had a lot of fun with the game. It's spooky and intriguing because you don't know like anything of the monster until the end. There's a bunch of fun. There's also like this couple dynamic, right? Of like people, how do you reach to them? You don't waste your last words, everything. So you also learn something from it. I would say it's like a very complete game, right? A little bit of fun, a little bit of spookiness, a little bit of like actual social topics that you have to deal with. Very, very nice. I like them. So if you guys would like to play this game, the link will be down in the description with all the games I played so far. Please give it a try. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, developer, for making the game. And I will see you guys in the next indie game.